Oh, seasonal depression. I'm a mix of everything right now. I don't know, hormones. I don't know if umami is the right word. Spicy pepper. Hi guys, I am back. I have escaped my depression hole called
the menstrual cycle.
I kid you not, like for the past like 3-4 days, I was just not in the mood to film anything. I was not in the mood to do anything, to be honest. Not just filmed, I just didn't want to do anything. Ooh, it's cute. I get so psych-attracted. Oh my god, these are so cute. If it looks like I cried, that's because I did. I was doom scrolling on TikTok and I came across like a sad edit video, and I was reading through the comments and the comments made me even more sad, so I ended up crying, which I'm not surprised because it's like day 1 of my period. Anyways, I did go pick up a new mic for my DJI camera. If you watched one of my previous vlogs, you'll know that I lost my mic when I was in America. Originally, I had the mic 2 from DJI. It's like the rectangular long one, but when I went inside the store today to buy a new mic, the worker actually recommended me this one. It's called the Mic Mini, and that's because this is significantly cheaper. The mic 2, it was around like 90,000 won. This was around 30,000 won, so it was 1/3 of the price. So I was like, you know what?
Hell yeah, let's buy this one.
Okay, so let's test out this mic. Oh my god, this shit is so small. It's the size of my nail. I don't really know how to show you guys just how small this is. Like earring size? I don't know if it's because I'm on my period, but I don't feel very animated today. I know on YouTube I come off pretty animated. And it's not that I'm like faking it or anything. It's genuinely me, but like I'm not like that 24/7, you know what I mean? And again, I'm on my period, so I think I'm just feeling a little bit, I'm a mix of everything right now. Mellow. Another one's like, don't fucking bother me. A couple hours ago, my boyfriend was trying to hug me before he went to the gym, and I was like, yeah, don't touch me. I don't know. Hormones. All right, now that the mic is all set up, let's build and set up our compartment.
1,700원이면 완전 회사 아니야?
나는 이거 초코. The ice cream is self-serve here. This is how they give the cone and you just do it yourself. Looks like a sad little cheese pizza. 옛날 초등학교 때 학교에서 나왔던 치즈 피자 맛이랑 진짜 똑같아.
칭찬인가요?
아니. Well, you know like the rectangular pizza? 진짜 그 맛이야.
점수는?
10점 만점에 2.
2점?
You know like these rectangular pizzas? This literally tastes like that. I guess you just pop it in there. Wow. Oh, this one's good. It's his first time at IKEA, actually. He is definitely fascinated. Let's go. It's actually because, okay, my apartment is a bit of a mess, but right here in the corner of my apartment, there's just like always these bags left here. And this is one of those things where it's just like an eyesore and it pisses me off. So that's why I bought the little compartment. Okay, so we're gonna build it. This is what I bought. Looks like that. God. I really don't want to do this. My boyfriend offered to build it for me, but I was like,
No, it's okay.
because I kind of wanted to make content out of it, but now I'm regretting it because I don't want to make this. I'm so confused. What the fuck am I supposed to do? Big hole, small hole, big hole? By the way, guys, one of the most frequently asked questions that I got from my friends when I was in America was, how do you feel about your boyfriend meeting your family? And the funny thing is, it's like, it's not even my family, it's also my extended family, because he was going to go to my sister's wedding with me, and obviously that calls for the whole entire family to be there. And to be honest, like I don't know what came within me, but I genuinely was so nonchalant about it, which is very weird because I've never introduced the person I was dating to my family. So this should have been a nerve-wracking experience, but I don't know what came within me. I was pretty freaking nonchalant the whole entire time. To be honest, like I always thought if I was ever going to introduce the person I was dating to my family members, I would be like one of those helicopter people, like helicoptering every single dialogue that was going on, just so that my family doesn't say like the wrong things, you know, like some out-of-pocket shit. But like I don't know what came within me, but I was like so chill and comfortable with it. It was to the point where at the wedding, this was my boyfriend's second time meeting my extended family. I ended up ditching him. So he was talking to my mom, my mom's best friend, and my aunts. So my mom's sisters. What the fuck did I do? Why is it so? But yeah, my boyfriend did end up getting pretty close with my mom. It was to the point where like I even ended up ditching my boyfriend during the wedding. And then when I got back, it turns out my family members busted the question.
So, are you guys getting married?
To which my boyfriend handled that question very, very well, in my opinion. He was very honest with them, and I'm gonna be very honest with you guys again. The thing is, my boyfriend and I have conversed about the topic of marriage, and there's two main reasons for this. Number one, it's we're old. He's 34, I think, born in 1991, and I'm 31. Born in 1994. So we are not young, and with that being said, we're not at an age where we just want to be dating for the fucks of it, you know what I mean? So we definitely have talked about marriage, the topic of marriage, pretty early on. And another reason why we have talked about marriage is because in Korea, there's a cultural element that you want to understand about Koreans, and it's the fact that a lot of Koreans, as of late, have been committing themselves to no marriage. In Korea, it's called 비혼주의, and it's basically people who have no intentions of marrying. And there's a lot of reasons why people commit to this life. And I would say the primary leading reason is because of the financial crisis here in Korea. It's absolutely impossible for people our age to maintain a family with the average median income, I would say. So that's why they have no plans on marrying. They will date, but marrying, they probably won't do that. And that's the thing. So you kind of want to talk about marriage, the topic of marriage, if that's kind of what you want. Because you don't want to end up dating someone and finding out later on like, oh, they're 비혼주의. They have no intention of marrying. So that's why we did talk about it, and both of us have told each other that we do want to get married. Marriage is in our picture, you know, if that makes sense. So the answer my boyfriend did give is that we are dating with the intentions of marriage, basically. The thing is, this is a topic that I don't think I would really discuss too in depth over on TikTok, just because I feel like so many people on TikTok are just quick to conclusions, whereas the audience here over on TikTok, whereas the audience over here on YouTube, they're a little bit more, I don't want to say critical thinkers, but at the same time, critical thinkers. Yeah, you guys are cognizant of a lot of more variables rather than people over on TikTok, where I would say the vast majority of them are just like keyboard warriors. And I know for a fact, if I do bring this up, oh, he's here. Hello. But yeah, the reason I wouldn't talk about this over on TikTok is because I can already smell the comments over on TikTok. It's gonna be a horde of people saying,
You guys have been only dating for like a couple months. Why are you guys talking about marriage? Red flag, red flag.
And the thing is, there is merit to that statement. But that's the thing. It's like, I never said we're getting married. That's not it. It's we're dating with the intentions of marriage. It's like two completely different things, if that makes sense. Anyways, this shitty IKEA thing is so wobbly. Why is it not aligning? Oh my god. I don't know what the hell was in the air for this month's menstrual cycle, but I was like, I don't want to say depressed, but like, I just did not have the energy to do anything. I didn't want to film. I didn't want to get out of bed. I was definitely sleeping more than usual. It was weird. But starting yesterday, I kind of felt life coming back to me, and today was like the day I think it fully returned. Today we came above the Han River, and that's because I want to go visit my personal trainer, my previous personal trainer. My previous personal trainer actually quit the gym he was working at so that he and another fellow trainer could kind of start their own personal training gym together. I don't know if that's what it's called, a personal training gym, but it's not a gym like a commercial gym, but it's more so just a place where they do one-on-one training for their clients. So I thought I'd give them a little visit. They opened, I think, 2 days ago now. And I'm actually surprising him. He doesn't know I'm coming. I'm just hoping he doesn't have a client right now. I don't think he does, because he's been posting a lot of Insta stories right now. I think they're like kind of renovating. But before heading there, I am gonna pick up a bouquet of flowers, because in Korea it's kind of customary to buy a basket of flowers, congratulatory flowers, when visiting a newly opened business of a person you know. So let's go hunt down a flower shop. see it. This is my personal trainer.
없는데.
어디 있어요? 뭐? 거기서 뭐해요?
연락하고 온 거 아니야?
아니요, 깜짝 놀랄 줄알아요.
아 진짜 저밖에 없어요 지금.
아, 진짜요? 축하해요.
감사드려요. 와서 구경하고 가세요.
언제 와요?
오늘 저거 수업 때문에 갔어.
아. I have to pick up some groceries before I head on home because I have like nothing to eat at my house. I just have ingredients, nothing to make a full meal out of. So let's buy some stuff. By the way, guys, the way I do grocery shopping is very simple, I guess. I don't know if that's the right word. I buy ingredients knowing what I want to cook. I don't know. People in America, they always do like this weekly restock, but like the reason I don't shop like that is because as a person who lives alone, if I do a weekly restock, all the ingredients are going to go bad before I get a chance to finish everything. So I don't do that. I go grocery shopping maybe like 2 times, 3 times a week, just because there's like very local, not grocery stores, not markets, very local markets, I guess. They're almost in the middle between local market and corner stores even. There is a good healthy amount of those throughout the place I live, so it makes grocery shopping really convenient. Like after the gym, I'll just stop by, grab like 2-3 ingredients to cook something. One thing that really sucks about these corner stores is that there's not a lot of variety, especially when it comes to the meat and poultry. There's not a lot of variety. So if there's specifically something that I'm looking for, such as like thinly sliced beef briskets, that's not frozen, I will most likely not find that here. This is the Korean beef, which is the good one. The one I'm looking for is this one. It's called 국거리용 소고기, so basically beef for stews or soups. Oh, I never told you guys what I'm gonna make. I'm planning on making soft tofu soup because I have like 2 packs of soft tofu back at home. So I thought I'd make some soft tofu soup. Ooh, this is on sale. Should I make it? I'm also gonna get this then. I also have enoki mushrooms, so don't need to buy that. But we do need to buy some squash. Ooh, onions too. Sorry. By the way, guys, I am a whore for onions, so I'm gonna get a big bag. I'm looking for the Korean Oreos. Not this one. Do they not have it? Bye. Having my boyfriend pick me up because I don't want to haul all of this back home by myself. Welcome to my kitchen, my small ass kitchen where literally you could get nothing done in here. Like no real cooking done here unless you want to stress yourself out. Why is it that when I want to make a cute updo for a video, it never works? And then like when I just do a haphazard updo just to like wash up, it's like the most beautiful hair clip pin ever. Anyways, welcome to my very non-existent kitchen. I think I showed it to you once before, but I'll show it to you again. Yeah, this is kind of what we're working with. As you can imagine, cooking genuinely drives me nuts in this house. Anyways, let's cook dinner now. I am kind of famished right now. That's why I got a sad piece of bread and put some cream cheese on it. I'm gonna be cooking a lot of stuff just because there's some ingredients in my fridge that I want to clear out before it goes bad. But also I want to cook for my boyfriend just because I've been a little brat, not a little brat, a big brat to him lately just because of my period. The fact that he puts up with it. Anyways, we have to cook rice. We're gonna make bulgogi and we're gonna make 2 different types of soup just because both these soups I need to clear out some ingredients in my fridge. The first one, like I said, is gonna be soft tofu soup. The second one is gonna be cabbage soup. It's called pechukguk. So I'm gonna start out with the rice because if you didn't know, the way Koreans cook rice, or at least the traditional way of cooking rice in Korea, is you go through this process. It's called 불려ing the rice. Basically, it's a process where after you rinse your rice, you let it soak in water for at least around like 30 minutes or so, I would say. And you just let the rice, the grains soak up some moisture before you start cooking it. And that is gonna produce a little bit more of like a softer rice. That's what I've been told by my mom. And so that's what I've always done growing up. So that's what I also do now. Now, I do not own a rice cooker just because I would love to have a rice cooker, but my apartment just does not have the freaking space for it. So I always cook my rice in just a regular pot. Make sure it does have a little steam hole though. And I'm gonna show you how I cook rice. We're just gonna go with plain white rice. Typically, I do like to put in some type of like grain, such as brown rice or the black rice. Let's just do white rice. Actually, no. I'm gonna personally mix in some brown rice with it. Duh! Brown rice with it. It's called 현미쌀. Just because I'm old and more nutrients the better, I guess. I don't know. Now, contrary to popular belief, my mom actually taught me when cooking rice, you don't want to wash the rice until the water runs clear because you're basically over rinsing the rice. You still want a little bit of starch to it, and that's kind of what's going to make the rice. I don't know the translation for this word, but 꼬들꼬들. Basically, it's gonna have like a springy chew to the rice, and that's kind of what you want. If you rinse the rice a little too much, you're basically taking away too much starch. But yeah, to each their own. That's kind of how I was taught to make rice by my mom, so that's what I follow. And I find that rinsing it around like 3 to 4 times does the job. Anyways, I'm gonna now let this rice sit for like 30 minutes. It could be in room temperature, it could be inside the refrigerator, it doesn't really matter. I would say minimum like 20 minutes, but you could do it for an hour if you want. How much water you put inside here does not matter at this point, just because we're gonna remeasure it when we start cooking anyways. But you are gonna notice that the rice soaks up the water. Because I have no space on my counter, my rice will go in the fridge. Next item on the agenda is soaking my vermicelli noodles. Is this what it's called? It's in Korean, it's called 당면. I got the 납작당면, which is like the flat, thick ones, but basically soaking this in water for like 30 minutes as well, I believe. This is just to rehydrate the noodles before cooking it. This is how it looks like, super stiff. Basically, it's stiff. Yeah. Oh, they don't fit. Shut up, Mom. Now let that soak. All right, next agenda item is seasoning the beef that we're going to be using for one of our soups. This is for the cabbage soup. We are going to use half of this. And then some minced garlic. I say around that much. That much. Soy sauce for soups. 1 spoon. Matsu. I don't know what this is in English. 1 spoon of this as well. Mix this. Into the fridge, and we're gonna let this marinate for at least like 20 minutes, I would say. Now it's time to cut all the veggies. We've got the baby cabbage. It's called 알배기. Oh, got the stickers. Okay, now that all my vegetables are chopped and ready, I am now gonna start cooking my rice. It doesn't seem like it's been 30 minutes, but it's been 30 minutes because try filming and cooking at the same time. It's been 30 minutes doing this. I'm gonna show you guys the water level. I would say the water level is around 1 centimeter above the rice, maybe a little bit less. I'm just gonna put a little bit more, just like a little bit. And I'm talking like, yeah. Now I know the rule of thumb amongst the Asians is that it should be like an inch above the rice. But the reason I personally don't do that inch rule is just because like I said, when you pre-soak it for 30 minutes, within that 30-minute time span, the grains soak up the water. So that's why you don't need that much water, but to each their own. Now I cook this in very, very low heat. My induction cooktop goes on a scale of 1 to 9, 9 being the highest. I put it at a 3. So that's what I'm gonna do. Actually, I'm gonna start it at 4 and then notch it down to 3 later. In the meantime, let's cook our soup, starting off with some cooking oil. This is just regular vegetable oil. We're gonna start with cooking soft tofu soup. I just got a recipe from Instagram. Instagram recipes are probably the best recipes I've ever tried. Fire. TikTok recipes, I would say there is a bit of failures hidden in between them, but the Instagram recipes are absolute bangers. I haven't had a miss so far, especially when it comes to Korean soups. So, I have some pre-cut onions, green onions, and we're gonna put a lot of this into here. This is gonna create something known as pagirim, which in Korea, it's like, it just elevates all your dishes if you create this. I would say it's like the brown butter of baking. That's good enough, I would say. Remainder of the beef in. This is red pepper, gochugaru, red pepper flakes. A good amount of garlic. Garlic. Masu. And we've got 참치액. 300 milliliters of water. To be honest, I don't measure, I just kind of eyeball it. I think that's actually too much just because a lot of water comes out of soft tofu. Right, onions in, and then the squash. My rice is starting to bubble. I'm gonna put it down to 3 now. When it comes to soft tofu soup, you have to use soft tofu. I know this can kind of get intimidating, the realm of tofu in Asian cuisine, but soft tofu, the way you know it's soft tofu is because they're literally packaged mostly like this. I would say 80% of brands package their soft tofu in this tube. Now, one thing you want to know about soft tofu, like I said, it has a very high water content. So the moment you dump this in soup, you will see a lot more liquid. So that's why you kind of want to make your soup base quite potent so that when you eventually end up putting this in, it doesn't water down your soup, because that's kind of the mistake a lot of people make when they make this at home. This is going to water down your soup a lot. Season it with some black pepper. Then for a little bit more of a savior, I don't know if umami is the right word, but maybe umami, a drizzle of sesame oil. The recipe didn't call for it, but I'm gonna add in some enoki mushrooms. Yeah, all of it, fuck it. And then, of course, pepper. Spicy pepper. And we'll let this, let's look at our rice, looking beautiful. I'm actually gonna turn off the heat. Now with Korean rice, you definitely wanna fluff it up once. What I mean by that is you just mix it a little bit in the pot. And then cover it up, let it just sit on the remaining heat of the stove, even though your stove is not on. Just mind an induction, that's why there's still heat. But just let it sit for like another 10-15 more minutes before you actually go in and eat it. I don't know what this process is called, but it's like the rule, it's the loud rule in Korean rice cooking. I say loud rule because it's not an unspoken rule. It's a fucking loud ass rule. Actually, there is a name for this. It's called 뜸들이다. I don't know what that is in translation, but yeah, it's basically when you let the rice rest, even though it's fully done cooking, and it makes it, I think it makes it chewier, more 꼬들꼬들. In the meantime, my soup is a little bit concerning. It wasn't the flavor that I was going for. When your soup is a little concerning, you just let it simmer a little longer. bad. Back to the vermicelli noodles. Once they're finished soaking, I drained the water, but they're looking flimsier. I'm gonna move this on over to another plate. It is pre-made, pre-marinated, so this is when you just put in any additional items that you want into here. So I'm gonna be putting in onions, glass noodles, as well as green onions. Which reminds me, I forgot to chop the green onions.